If you're joining me from the last game, my apologies. I had today's schedule incorrect somehow and did not realize they were playing back to back today. And instead, I had them set up as having an hour break between 6 and 7. They did not, obviously. And so we're back at it. Again, this is Lambert High School. South in the blue again versus Lambert in the all black. Got our starting rotation there. Looking closest to you, number 11. Next to her, Piper, number 15. Next to her, Maddie, number 1. Then skipping in front of Maddie, number 20, which is Haley. In the middle is Cam, number 4. And on the right-hand side, number 29, that's Kiki. As normal, Piper and Leah swapping out. Leah being our libero today. All right. So who's starting us off today? Looks like Sahiti is starting us off. So we're excited about that. Maddie and Leah bouncing. Sideline cheering on already. I like it. Lots of energy. And here we go. We're underway. That's deep, and that is long. Overruled. Say, I was a little worried there because I was like, it's not the brown lines, it's the white lines. Here comes the serve again. That one's going to be a slight problem for Lambert. Nobody handles it. That's a War Eagle point due to the touch. I think the line judge is in the wrong spot on the far side of the court. I think he's playing on the brown line. He should be playing on the white line. Here we go again. There's the return right at Leah. Leah to Sahiti. Sahiti gives it to Kiki. Kiki goes up for the spike. That's going to be a challenge, and that is a kill due to the touch. There we go. Line judge getting in the right position now on the white corner. It's always hard when you're playing on a multi-purpose court. Here goes Sahiti's serve again. Number 51 pops it. The inside hitter tries to get there. 51's going to try to send it over, and they're not able to. A quick point for the War Eagles, 4-0. 4-0, Sahiti getting ready to serve, but wait, Kiki had the tire shoe. But we're back at it now. Sahiti again. There's your serve. Number 15 handled that. Oh, almost a train wreck in the back. They try to get over. That is in. All right, that is called out. That was very clearly in. Unless let me walk down here and see, maybe the marker is in the wrong spot. The marker is in the wrong spot. So the red line that looks like it should be in is not in. So that's really interesting. Here comes the return. Leah gets there. Over to Sahiti. Sahiti to Kiki. Kiki goes far corner. Unfortunately, gives the Longhorns their first point of the day, 5-1. Double substitution on the maybe triple substitution on the Longhorn side. This is basically a full rotation, it looks like, on the part of the Longhorns. We've already had one. We're about to have a second. I see at least one more, it looks like. It's the most rotations I've seen in any game. If you're watching from home, the lines today are going to be a little bit of a challenge. So on the side closest to you, that marker for the edge of the court is actually about 3 inches in off of the dark red line, which is probably why that one was called out. That's going to make life very complicated. Here comes the serve from the Longhorns. And how high is that net, folks? Too high. 6-1 now. Kiki getting ready to serve. The far white line is also almost a full 4 or 5 inches off of the marker line. So it's going to make things interesting. That one hits the marker line, hits the guide wire, which is considered out, giving a point to Kiki as our server, 7-1. There's the return, left side of the court, popped. Inside here is going to take it, sends it over. Number 20, Haley's there. That's to Sahiti to Maddie. Maddie was able to keep that in, barely. Oh, a fight at the line. Fight on the wire. Gives the Longhorns the line. As on the net, that fight more challenging than it looked. Kiki, 29, substituting out for 17, Bryn. Bryn entering the game there. Rotation on the Longhorns side as well. 35 goes out, 15 comes in. Here comes the serve from the Longhorns. That's going to be way long, and it was. That's an 8th point for the War Eagles. Leah, Piper in. Leah is serving. Another rotation on the part of the Longhorns. Leah does get the serve, though, so here we go. Good serve from Leah. That's going to be hard. That's nice! The Longhorns not able to handle that one. Leah getting herself another point. Leah ready to serve. Ooh, good flat serve. That's handled, though. Longhorns not talking. Over the back return, though. Bryn's there. Bryn to Leah. Leah moves it forward. Piper and Sahiti not talking. The ball goes wide. War Eagles give the Longhorns their 3rd point of the day. Up front, Piper, Sahiti and Haley. Maddie. That was, ooh, a hard hit at Bryn. That ball came over like a rope. Number 5, the libero for the Longhorns, just crushed that ball. Here we go again. Bryn's there this time. Pops it over. Oh! Haley tries to be able to handle it, not able to. 5th point for the Longhorns. Got a lot going on this one. 9-5. Another hard hit right at Bryn. Bryn not able to handle it. That ball goes flying. Another ace. Number 5 looking really sharp out there for the Longhorns. Lambert leaning on number 5 as she's putting the team on her back and carrying them. Another hit. Oh, catches the top of the net and rolls over for an ace. 9-7. Not what we want to see, because all of a sudden this is turned back into a volleyball game. Bryn pops it. Haley tries to get there, not able to. 9-8 because of the touch. Coach Rachel talking a little bit to Bryn, giving her some advice on how to handle the ball, especially these hard hit ones coming off number 5. Hard hit. Bryn, unfortunately, gets aced on again. We have a brand new game at 9-9. These hits are hard. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but number 5 has got a lot of power behind her hits and some very good accuracy. I don't know if she's intentionally picking out Bryn or if it's just she always hits center back, but it's working. That went long. War Eagles get the point and thankfully get number 5 out of the rotation. All right, that's going to have Haley serving for us, number 20. She's serving from midcourt. There's the serve. Nice floater back. Barely handled there. Oh, tips it over. Oh, gets there. I mean, that was a good push/kill. We have a rotation as Sahiti. And who is that? Ryan, I think, number 9. And Haley and Simon, number 16, rotate. Again, a reminder, if you're watching for the first time today, when in the blue uniforms, Piper is 5 and 15 in blue. Normally 5 is what she shows on the scorecard. And then Sima is number 6, but here today she's 16. And I think Ashley is the other one at 8, but today wearing number 18. All right, here comes the serve from number 33 on the Longhorns. Good serve, clears the net. Leah digs it. Piper's there. Bryn sends it over. Well played and good save by the War Eagles. Here comes the return. Leah digs it again. Sima and Bryn collide. Leah sends it over, and we're still in this fight. Hard spike. Goes deep and is in. Leah made the choice to let it go. She knew after she saw it that that was probably not the best. All right, 33 is going to get to go again as the Longhorns have taken their first lead of the day. Nice floater. Piper digs it out. Maddie, oh, what a play off of the chairs and the seating in the edge there. Hard spike. That's going to go long. War Eagles get the point. Maddie, way to hustle. Coach Rachel making sure she's okay. Those are metal stairs? So that could not have felt great. Way to substitution. Looks like Kiki and Bryn swapped there. 11-11, Maddie serving. Good serve. Handled. They're going to return it with their middle hitter. Leah's right there. Leah pops it to Sima. Sima pops it to Piper. Piper sends it. Piper gets the kill. Finds the hole there and gets the kill. Maddie will get the serve again. Your front row right now is Kiki, Ryan, Piper. Then you have Leah and Sima in mid-court. Maddie serving. Maddie again. Good serve. Looks like that's going to be handled. Piper had a fight at the net. And we have a net call as 33 hits the net. 13 for the War Eagles. That was a close fight there at the net between Piper and 33. Maddie to go again. This time serving from the far outside. Nice serve right down the line. Did it catch it? Oh, it did not catch the line. Hoping for that one. 13-12. War Eagles down by 1. All right, we have substitution as Maddie and Kylie swap. 35 for Lambert to serve now. War Eagles up by 1. There's your serve. Nice floater. Leah's there. Leah dives or tries to dig it out. Kiki goes running, not able to get there. We have a brand new ball game. 13 all. These teams today, pretty evenly matched back and forth. The way this one started, I thought for sure the War Eagles were just going to run away with it, but that has not happened. Kiki to Sima. Sima to Kiki again. Kiki with a kill! Kiki gets the kill. All right, Leah and Cam swap places. Piper is getting ready to serve. There's Piper's serve. Oh, it's down the line and wide, unfortunately. 14 all. Piper and Leah now swapping. I believe that's Piper's first missed serve of the season. Maybe second, but she's been very consistent. 14-14, that's going to be right at Kiki. Kiki almost defensively to Sima. Sima to Cam. Cam sends it over. Call is two-hand touch on that ball as it was sent over the net. So I did some analyzing on that one. And what the rule is you can have two hands touching the ball as long as that's an ace, unfortunately. You can have two hands touch the ball. They have to hit together if the ball is going over the net. but they can be slightly off of each other if the ball stays on your side of the net. Here we go. Oh, that's going to be way. Oh, it did not. I thought for sure there was no way that ball was going to land in, but it caught the back corner. War Eagles calling for a timeout. Coach Rachel almost asking the girls to coach themselves right now. What's going on? Where are you at? Like, I don't know what to tell you. We really did have this game from the very beginning. And I know if you're just joining us now, you're looking at a score and going 17-14. The Longhorns must be the better team. And that is not how it started. The War Eagles were well ahead when this match first started. And now all of a sudden, this set has just changed. I really do think that conversation right now with Coach Rachel is about, what do you want? Do you want this? Are you going to go get it? Let's go get it. Meanwhile, on the Longhorns side, they are all about keeping the momentum, continuing to get the points. And the coach there shuffled through their rotation to start the day. And it almost seems like she was trying to find the right players for today, as she's now settled into a rotation. All right, we're back. Timeouts are over. More energy on the south sideline this time. 14 to Leah. Leah to Kiki. Kiki, valiant effort to get that over the net. Did not work, but good effort from South on that one. Kiki and Leah in particular really sticking with the ball as Kylie tried to set it. There's the next one. Kylie pops it straight up. Sima comes all the way back. I'm not sure. It looks like there was no communication there between South. In fact, they were almost sorting it out there as both Leah and Sima looking at each other on who was supposed to get there. 19-14. There's that serve again, right at Kylie. Kylie to Sima. Sima gives it over to Ryan. Ryan with a spike and a kill. Ryan gets, I believe, her first kill of the season as that ball rolls over the net. Sima and Sahiti now substituting. Sorry, Sima and Ryan substituting. I'll get this right yet. Ryan and Sahiti substituting. Sima and Haley substituting. Sahiti is serving. So your front row, Haley, Cam, Kiki. There's the serve from Sahiti. Their inside hitter takes it, sends it over. Kiki's right there. Kiki pops it to Sahiti. Sahiti sends it over and gets herself a kill as she dropped that right behind them. They thought for sure, much like I did, that that was going to be a clean set. And instead, Sahiti found a hole and just dropped the ball in it. South sideline, a little bit of energy from the girls coming together there. Sahiti again. Nice serve. Got a little bit of spin to it. They're moving it to their outside hitter who hits it. Kylie's there. Kylie to Sahiti. Sahiti to Kiki. Good hit from Kiki. They're going to return this outside hitter again. Right back at Kylie. Kylie to Sahiti. Sahiti to Kiki. Kiki. Ooh, almost got herself a kill on that one. Leah this time to Sahiti. Sahiti to Cam. Cam goes for the kill. Doesn't quite get it. Outside hitter again. Leah's there. We got a volley. Here comes Sahiti. Sahiti to Kiki. Kiki's going to the back corner. They're able to handle it barely. Kiki. Oh, it's a Longhorn point, but a hard-fought point. Longhorns pulling that one off, but just barely as the team fought hard to get that point. Pretty even match, 16-20. Number 13 for Lambert about to serve. Kiki's there to Sahiti. Sahiti pops it nice and high to Cam. Cam takes it. Got a dig on their side. Here comes the return. Next to Leah. Leah dives. Can't get there. 21st point goes to Lambert. Starting to lose a little bit of control of this one. 16-21. Substitution on the side of Lambert. Right now, South looking a little flat. No energy from the team. Kiki's there. Leah goes running back to it as the ball rolls to the back of the court. 22 points for the Longhorns. All right, trying to get some energy going on the South. Leah with the dive. Kiki Sahiti really tried. I mean, there were some good efforts there. It's metal poles that they had to work around as the Longhorns get their 23rd point and just 2 points away from winning this first set. Here we go. Barely clears the net. Leah's there. Leah to Sahiti. Sahiti to Haley, who sends it over the net. Here comes the return. Haley's right there, though. Sahiti sets it to Cam. Cam goes up and gets herself a kill despite the attempted block there at the center. Her hit hard enough to push it through. Kylie and Maddie substituting as Kiki gets ready to serve. 17 to 23, looking for a hard line right now. That was not it, unfortunately. That's going to have Kiki and Bryn substituting as the Longhorns go for set point here. Maddie with a dig. Leah pops it. Maddie's going to have to go over her back, which she does. Middle hitter's going to return it. Hard hit spike. Sahiti to Haley. To Bryn. Does she get it over? She did. Good teamwork again. 22 over the back. Leah's right there. Leah to Sahiti. Sahiti to Cam. Cam with a good hit. They're going to return it. Outside hitter this time. Pops it up. Bryn's right there. Sahiti. Sahiti sends it high to Maddie. Maddie taps it over. Another good volley. Cam. Maddie. And that, folks, is the 25th point and the end of set one. That was a heartbreak one. Really, South had that from the beginning. A heartbreak as South loses the first set, 17 to 25. We're going to be back in a few minutes with the next one. Very much looking forward to what's possible and where things go from here. Can South get themselves re-energized? Looks like Maddie right now talking to the team, trying to build some of that passion. Sima jumping in, adding to it, sharing energy. Haley now getting in there, giving some coaching. Now it looks like Kiki's in there, giving some thoughts as well. Nope, got my numbers wrong. That's Sahiti giving some feedback. Maddie back at it. It's nice to see the girls coaching themselves on. Hopefully they're able to turn this around. Meanwhile, you see on the Lambert side, Lambert drinking their drinks, not focused, coming off a win. And so, I mean, I get their perspective and how they have that kind of thoughts, but South's pretty upset with themselves. Let's see how they do coming out of here. Back in just a few minutes, and we'll see where it goes. All right, Coach Rachel now getting in and joining the girls coaching themselves. Lambert's still looking a little disorganized. Hopeful that that is a good indication of what is about to happen. Really hoping that South's energy can be restored. I really do think that's what cost them that last game. We just were flat. When South plays well, it's because they brought the energy to the table, because they're excited, they're bringing energy, they're showing the energy, and they just didn't have it there. All right, team taking the court. Who do we got where here? All right, up front right now you have Cam, Haley, and Sahiti. And then you've got Piper, getting substituted out for Leah as normal. So again, let's go look at it. Front row is Cam, Haley, Sahiti. Back court is Kiki, Maddie, and Leah. Lambert's going to serve first, and we are underway. Maddie with a dive, attempts to dig it out. Good effort from Sahiti to get there, but the Longhorns take the first point. Longhorns winning the first one. Not what we want, of course. We're underway for the second. Maddie's there. Sahiti to Cam. Cam with a good spike deep into the court. Handled, though, and a quick return. Sahiti to 13. Oh, good effort from Kiki there, and there's a return. Good dig out from her on being able to make that happen. 19, though, gets up with a spike, sends it right between Kiki and Maddie, and that gives a second point to Lambert. Looks like a little bit of rotation confusion on the court. Coach Rachel moving Sahiti into a different position. Kiki. Haley saves it, or almost saved it. I mean, valiant effort on her part to move it back. Unfortunately, no one was able to get there. There's your next one. Kiki's right there for that one. To Sahiti. Sahiti gives it to Cam. Cam tries to get it over the net. Not quite able to. We're quickly down 0-4 against the Longhorns. Definitely going to need a recovery here quickly. And that'll do it, as that ball does not even touch the net on its way through and gives the War Eagles their first point. And now my rotation is way off in my app for a minute. That was Sahiti serving. I'll try to catch up my rotation in just a minute. That ball is wide. 2-4. All right. I don't know what happened with my app there. There's the serve from Sahiti. Getting ready for the return. Nice and easy. Haley's there. Haley to Sahiti. Sahiti to Cam. On one knee, Lambert handles it. They're going to return that with their outside hitter, but Maddie's there. Maddie to Sahiti. Sahiti behind her to Kiki, who goes far side, and it goes wide out of bounds for a fifth Lambert point. All right, a little bit of rotational confusion on the team right now. Don't know what's going on with South right now. Maybe they're trying a new rotation out. Sahiti. Leah does a great job moving it forward. Sahiti calls for it and sends it over. Lambert's going to return that quickly. Cam tries to get up with the block, and that's going to be a problem. Longhorns get their 6th point of the day. Quickly down 2-6. Here we go again, nice and easy. That's going to go way wide. Quick thinking by Sahiti. All right, Haley's gonna serve for us. That makes your front row. Looks like Haley's serving. Maddie's up front, Cam's up front, and Kiki. Oh, number 15 just tips it over. They try to react, not able to, unfortunately. All right, let's see what we got on the court right now. We got Maddie, Leah, and Ashley there, number 18. Up front, Kiki, Sahiti, and Cam. Here comes this point. Leah's right there, sends it in the net. Good save by number 11. Kiki sends it over, so Sahiti with the save. Flat-footed spike. Sahiti again from a knee. Kiki pops it behind her. Leah calls for it, sends it over the net. Leah gets herself a kill from the back row. What a play. If that doesn't bring some energy, I really don't know what else needs to happen here. Piper substituting in with a score of 4-7. Leah clears it, is in. Leah with an ace. She's very surprised with herself on that one, but it was clearly in. Great, and a little bit lucky on the serve there. Leah, number 3, our libero, still getting ready to serve again. Crowd apologizing for sending the ball the wrong direction. Piper, Maddie, and Kiki up front. There's Leah's serve, much cleaner this time. Back row middle. Middle hitter's going to set it, but they're going to send it right to Ashley. Ashley to Sahiti. Sahiti to Kiki, who comes running up. Gets the ball, gets there in time for the ball. There's the hard spike, but Leah's right there. Leah to Sahiti. Sahiti to Piper. Lambert handles that. We're going to return it a little flat-footed. Leah calls for it, gets there in time. Sahiti sends it over to Maddie. Maddie with a hard spike. It's touched. Returned over the back. Leah's there. Here we go again, folks. Piper this time. Woo, off the hands. But they don't talk. They do not talk, and that ball falls in between them for a hard-earned South point. War Eagles now within 1. That was a little stressful. Thanks for the lack of communication on Lambert's side. Here we go again. Nice hard hit. Good opening serve. And you know what? It's not an ace, but it could have been very difficult as Lambert not able to handle the return there. Leah has now tied this game back up. Next serve's going to be deep, but thankfully they touched it. Not sure that would have landed otherwise. Ashley pops it to Sahiti. Sahiti behind her to Piper. Piper, that is declared valid, and we are still underway. I gotta be honest, I think Piper touched that twice. One was classified as a block, I guess. I'm guessing they consider the first and second one a block, so that her third hit was good, but we'll take it. Here goes Leah again. Another great serve deep. Lambert handles it. Piper goes up for the block, and the touch and the multiple touches by the Longhorns giving the War Eagles another point and a 2-point lead at 9-7. And we have forced a timeout for the Longhorns as South finally starting to show some signs of life when it comes to playing against the Longhorns today. It has definitely been not their, they just haven't had the energy today. I don't know how else to describe it. See if we can improve this camera angle just a wee bit. That'll catch a little bit more of the left side of the court for you. Maybe the line judge. I was a bit stressful, I gotta tell you, and I'm excited to see South starting to have some signs of life. You can see the energy. You can see a couple smiling faces right now as South feeling much better about where they're at after this first few. Leah is going to continue to serve as South has a 9-7 lead. Meanwhile, Lambert's slow to get back out on the court, maybe losing some energy here. Let's see what happens. Leah dead center with the spike. Good save on Lambert's side. Back to Leah. Leah to Sahiti. Sahiti to Maddie. Maddie with a kill! Maddie gets herself a kill and the 10th point of the game. Good job by the front row there, handling all of that, sending it back over. Leah going again to serve. Another good serve. That one's deep. That's going to be a problem. In fact, that's an ace. As Leah continues to kind of put South on her back, carrying them forward. Serving from midcourt. Dead center on this serve, right down the line, and gets herself another ace. A-C-E, ace. Coach Rachel telling her to pull just the tiniest, littlest bit off her hits. She's hitting it deep. Thankfully, number 51's right there and hitting it. Pulls a little bit of power. You saw the difference in the hit. Barely made it over. Ashley's there. Behind, cross court, Kiki. Good spike from Kiki. They're going to send that over. Maddie's there. Maddie pops it to Sahiti or Ashley. Kiki sends it over. Leah barely gets there in time, but does. Sahiti goes back to Maddie. Maddie with a good spike. Outside hitter does move it over. Ashley's right there. Leah calls for it. Leah pops it to Maddie. Maddie from her feet. Sends it over. They dive for it. Able to get there. Piper going up for the tip. All right, we got a volley going. Leah to Sahiti. Sahiti to Piper. Ooh, good save by number 1 on their side. Hard hit spike. Maddie to Sahiti. Sahiti to Maddie. Maddie on the third hit sends it over. We're going back and forth right now. Middle hitter. Leah. From the ground, Sahiti tried to hit that. That was a hard fought point. We're going to have some substitutions now. No, we are not. Piper marking, calling for 3. Maybe they're on rotation 3. Not sure. All right, 33 getting ready to serve now for the Longhorns. That one's going to go wide. Good call by Maddie and Piper to let it go. That ball is O-U-T out. All right, we're sticking with the same team. Up front, Sahiti, Maddie, Piper. Midcourt, Ashley, Leah, Kiki getting ready to serve. Kiki with the serve. Good serve. Maddie gets up there. Woo, Maddie gets up there again. Maddie's going to try to carry this all on her own right now. Piper goes up for the block. Sahiti dives to try to get there as they hit it around Piper, 13-9. All right, now it's rotation time. Who do we got here? All right, Sahiti and Cassidy. And it looks like Kiki, and I can't see the other one, Sima. So Cassidy, Maddie, Piper up front, or would be up front. There's the serve. Leah's right there. Leah to Sima. Sima, quick thinking, sends it right over the net. Piper goes up for the block. Leah's there, though. Leah to Sima. Sima to Cassidy. Cassidy with a good spike. Ooh, a dig and a save, but not able to get the full point, though. The War Eagles take point 14 as Cassidy drives them for the mistake. All right, Ashley and Haley substituting. Up front, you have Cassidy, Piper. Midcourt, Leah and Sima. And Maddie is getting ready to serve. Maddie, little off-centered on her serve angle. Hits it to the far left side of the court. And guess what they can't do? They can't handle that. It's interesting. She takes a few steps towards center line and then hit the ball to her left. Starts dragging people's eyes and feet one direction. The ball goes another. They couldn't handle it. But right there is Kylie. Kylie gives it to Sima, who sends it straight over. They were not ready for that, but it worked out. Leah this time. Sima sets it to Piper. Piper sends it towards the back. Outside here is going to take this one. Hard hit, but right at Leah. Leah to Sima. Sima moves it to Piper / Haley / Leah. None of them talking. Without the communication, that ball went wide, and that's an 11th point for Lambert. 15-11. How high is that net, folks? Too high. Cam coming in for Leah as Piper gets ready to serve. Good serve from Piper, dead center on the court, and that's an ace! Kylie with the most energy there on that ace call, loving it. 15 to serve again. Piper from center line. The whole team cheering her on. South maybe finally starting to wake up. Another serve floater right to the middle. They're going to take that from their middle hitter right to Kylie. Kylie moves it forward to Haley. Haley pops it. Again, no talking. Thankfully, they hit that ball over, though. Kylie pops it wide. Somebody'd have to get hurt to go diving for that, as it goes wide to the outside. Piper's going to substitute out, and Leah is now back in. Right now you have Haley 20, Cam 4, Cassidy 2, Sima 16, Kylie 14, and Leah 3. Number 1 on Lambert to serve. It is 17-12. South is winning right now. War Eagles up. There's your serve. Good one-handed by Sima. I thought that was going to clear the net. It did not, and drops down on our side. All right, here we go. Cassidy sends it over. Cassidy gets herself a kill! As Lambert unable to handle that. All right, we're going to have some substitutions. Looks like Sima and Kiki. And Cassidy and Sahiti. Sahiti will be serving. Your front row right now, Haley, Kiki, and Cam. Kylie and Leah there on the left-hand side of your screen. Sahiti serving. There's Sahiti serve right down the line and wide. Unfortunately, as a 14th point now for the Longhorns. Leah with a dig, gets there in time. Kylie pops it. Leah comes running all the way over and sends it over the net. Leah playing a little bit of everywhere on this court. And due to that, gets the War Eagles a 19th point. Haley now serving. Kylie and Maddie swapping. Haley also one that serves from center court, but she starts a good almost 10 feet back. She takes large steps and gets herself an ace. 20-14. So she starts a good, well, now she's only doing about 6 feet back, but a minute ago she was a solid almost 10 feet back. Pause as well, called by Lambert. Here we go. Middle hitter takes it, hits it hard, but hits it long. 21st point for the War Eagles as the War Eagles go up by 7. Haley shifts a little bit further right, a little off the center line now, and sends it to her a little bit left of center. Outside hitter's going to take it, but has to adapt. Maddie's there. Maddie to Sahiti. Sahiti sends it over right away. Good dig. Oh! All right, so looking for the call and discussion here. All right, the call on the field is that it was an improper hit from South, and that's what resulted in, even though the ball was still playable, it didn't count. Now the decision is overturned. I think the score's off by 1. Pretty sure it should be 22-15 now. Substitution is Haley and Ashley. Oh, the call previously was to replay that, as basically the ref got it wrong. Okay, that makes sense to me. Kiki sends it over deep. Hard hit, but they're going to be able to handle it. Over the back return, right back at Sahiti. Sahiti tries to one-arm it, can't. 21-16. Oh, Ashley, moving her body to the right, tries to swing her arm back to the left. Now, I will say that ball had a little bit of a curve to it. So, similar to what I talked about earlier with a curveball, it got her body moving one direction, and then her arms had to get elsewhere. Leah lets it go. Unfortunately, that was in, giving an ace to the Longhorns server. Little concerning, as it's now 21-18. That 7-point lead down to 3. Floater, Ashley's there, hits it way wide. That's another ace for the Longhorns, as it's now 21-19. The game, unfortunately, heading the wrong direction. Let's see if we can break that momentum right here. Leah pops it beautifully. Sahiti takes it. Maddie's going to have to be slightly back off her foot. She does, though. Amazing Longhorns return it. Kiki's there this time. To Sahiti to Cam. Cam sends it. 19 makes the call to hit the ball. I think it would have been long. All right, inside here is going to take that flat-footed. That's going to go way long, and that gives you another point. All right, Piper has now stepped in place of Cam. Leah's going to serve. So you have Piper, Maddie, and Kiki up front. Sahiti and Ashley in the back. Leah served that. Here comes the return. Nice, easy floater. Ashley's there. Piper pops it up. Leah's going to take it. They're moving that forward. Their middle hitter over the back bump. Lets it go. Good call, as that was long. 23-19. Leah's going to go again. The crowd starting to cheer for her. She is a solid 10 feet back off that line. 7-foot approach and gets herself an ace. 1 point away from winning the set. 24-19. Leah ready to go again. Well, she's ready. She's waiting for a ball, though. And that is a timeout called by the Longhorns. As, well, they're 1 point away from losing this one. They want to see if they can ice Leah. Want to see, basically, what their goal here is to get Leah off her game. She was sitting there waiting for the ball. The ball never came. The ball finally comes. You call timeout. All of a sudden, you get a little bit off your rotation. Maybe you sidestep wrong, or you take the wrong approach, or you hit the ball just a little bit off. Lambert has demonstrated today they are capable of stringing together several points in a row. And so if they were able to do that here, they could still win this. Meanwhile, South is literally 1 point away from winning the set and forcing a third set tiebreaker. This one is all about getting 1 point. 1 point, that's all you need. One at a time. Take a breath. You got it. Just go do this. So let's see whose strategy works. Leah lines up a little left of center. She is cleared to go. Icing her did not work. Piper gets there in time. That is a Lambert point, as either she hit the ball and pushed it down or it landed on our side. I could not quite tell from the angle. 24-20, it is not over yet. South still maintaining a little bit of the energy they were bringing to the table. Let's see if they can actually keep it going as 33 prepares to serve. It's only 1 point. The crowd cheering. We hear a little bit of Go South going on there. Floats makes it. Maddie pops it. Maddie to Sahiti. Sahiti to Kiki. Kiki with a spike. Handled by their libero. Barely popped over. Leah comes running in. Sahiti to Piper. Piper sends it. Good dig by Lambert. Third hit, they hit it over. Leah's there, though. Leah to Sahiti. Sahiti to Kiki, who manages to get there in time. Hard pop. That's going to be in. That was close enough. I don't think I would have let that go. 24-21 after a little battle there. Still not over. Here comes the ball. Up, net's too high. War Eagles win the second set, and we folks are going to a third set tiebreaker. 25-21. We're going to a third set tiebreaker. All right, got a coin toss going. This will decide who serves first. Remember, it's all about momentum. Maddie, team captain right now, out there to meet. Here comes the call. Can't tell who won. Oh, we did. So we will be serving first. Maddie was able to keep a straight face on that for about 15 seconds before her energy and excitement overtook her. And we will be serving first. We're going to that third set again. Rules are simple. First to 15 instead of 25. Win by 2 like always. The difference in third sets is they are heavily momentum-based. I mean, this game in general is a momentum game. Once you get going, success breeds success. But there is a massive difference between a 25-point set in terms of momentum and a 15-point set. Part of that's math. You get there significantly quicker, right? The other part of it, though, and the part that I think really makes a difference, is how quickly you get in your opponent's head or they get in yours. If they come out strong, all of a sudden you're doubting your ability to catch up. If you come out strong, it's exactly the same. Again, South there. Coach Rachel, highly energized, talking to them, giving them feedback, ongoing development. Meanwhile, Lambert standing around, joking. I mean, they're definitely much more relaxed, but that did not work for them in the second set. That relaxed attitude may have cost them the game. Let's see what happens here. All right, South prepares to take the court. We're going to have our normal kind of starting rotation. The difference is Sahiti is serving first. I mean, that's my assumption. So we'll see how this goes. Your front row right now, on the far right, looks like you have Kiki. Center court, you have Cam. On the right-hand side, you have Haley wearing number 20. In the back row, you have Maddie, number 1 in the orange. You have number 15, Piper, in the fire blue. And then on the right-hand side, as I mentioned, Sahiti. My assumption is that's going to be your starting lineup. We'll see what happens, though, when the ref comes in to check them all off. All right, refs checking them in. Here we go, folks. All right, rotation allowed. Piper and Leah substituting. Kylie cheering on Piper with a ton of energy that actually picked up the entire sideline for just a moment there. All right. It's one serve at a time. It's one play at a time. Here we go. Leah, good serve to start the game. Popped over immediately to Sahiti. Sahiti to Leah. Leah to Kiki. Kiki sends it over. That became a problem for them, and they were unable to get there. War Eagles take the first one. 1 point down, 14 to go. Your War Eagles. Sahiti to serve again. There's a hit right down the line again. Same person, handles it barely. It's going to be trouble, but they get there. Leah, give it to Sahiti. Sahiti to quick to Cam. I'm not sure that was intended, but Cam responded quickly. Really hard spike from number 19. That was a highlight there. Number 19 crushed that. 1-1. We have a double, triple, maybe quadruple substitution. That's 2. That's 3. Yep, a quadruple substitution on the part of the Longhorns. I don't think I've ever seen that. 4, I mean, it's basically a brand new team on the court right now. They substituted 4 of the 6 players. And those are just the ones I caught. Here we go. Maddie's right there. Maddie gives it to Sahiti. Sahiti pops it to Kiki, who manages to get herself a kill despite not expecting to get the ball at all. She was there. This is why talking is so important. Haley to serve. Haley serving from middle court. Team telling her to serve it up. There's the serve, well hit, got a little bit of a curve to it. Quickly pushed over, and they wisely let it go because that is wide. 3-1, 12 more to go. Haley to serve again. Here we go. In the pink and green shoes, good hit. They get the dig, but they cannot get there. That's nice. Haley gets herself an ace on that one as they just could not get there. The sideline cheering them on, telling them to keep it up. Haley getting ready to serve. Another good serve, this time right at the libero. Libero does pop it. Outside hitter's going to take it and pushes it over. But Maddie filled in the hole quickly. Sahiti to Cam. Cam sends it over. Outside hitter's going to have trouble with that one. Cam's right there to send it back over. But they return it Maddie to Sahiti. Sahiti back to Maddie. Maddie with a hard spike, but their libero handled it. They're going to return that. Maddie is there to Sahiti. Cam over the back. Does manage to get the ball over the net. Middle return. This time it's Leah. Leah to Sahiti. Sahiti to Maddie. Maddie. Woo! We have a fight going on right now. Cam got up. Cam gets herself a kill as she pushes the ball back over and finds the hole. 5-1. War Eagles winning the fight versus the Longhorns on that point. There's your next one. Nice floater. 13 handles it. Immediate quick return, but Sahiti's there. That hit the line. Line judge couldn't see it. Primary ref called it. 6-1. Haley gets to go again. All right, here comes the return. Hard hit. Haley down on a knee, gets there. Leah moves it forward. That's Maddie. Maddie pops it over. Leah and Haley both there. Outside hitter, hard hit. Leah's easily there, though. Sahiti sends it over to Maddie. Maddie, good hit. They are going to return. That outside hitter taps it. Sahiti goes for the dive. Can't quite get there. The Longhorns get their second point. Rotation as Haley and Bryn swap places. 6-2. There's your serve. Cam to Maddie. Maddie sends it straight over. They're going to return that middle hitter. Hard hit. Sahiti just not able to get her arms up fast enough on that hard hit ball. 6-3. It's a game of momentum. This is going to give the Longhorns a chance to get back in this one. Here comes your serve. Leah's right there. Maddie moves it forward. Cam's going to send it over with a good bump that was actually close to a spike level bump. Hard hit return. Maddie's there. Sahiti back to Cam. Cam pushes it over. We're going to have a middle hitter take this one. That same hard hit middle hitter sends it way too long, and that is out. Leah will be serving for us. And Piper coming in. Piper, Maddie, Kiki up front, Sahiti, Bryn, and Leah. Leah with the serve. This will be long. Thankfully, she hit it, and that's an ace. That would have been long. Thankfully, she hit that ball, giving an 8-point to the War Eagles. War Eagles girls saying, serve it up. Ooh, hard hit. That's an ace. That was a steel rope right across the top of the net. And we have a timeout, Lambert. 9-3 right now. This is why momentum is so important, especially in a third set tiebreaker. 15 points goes so quickly. And right now you're seeing a little bit of that. Right now you are seeing a 9-3 War Eagles lead, momentum on their side. Coach Rachel telling them keep their head in the game, keep the energy, 1 point at a time. That's the worst thing that could happen coming out of that timeout is all of a sudden South gets cocky. Similar to that first set where we gave away a ton of points and ended up losing. It is important that doesn't happen here. Leah will be serving again. Cleared to serve. There's your serve. Deep back corner. Is it in? Oh, unfortunately a little long. I was really hoping that was going to make it. If that had dropped in, that would have been fantastic. And I think would have been the nail in the coffin for Lambert. But here's your serve. Leah chooses to let it go again. Unfortunately, that was in. 9-5. Leah still smiling though. It is always a quick snap decision when making the decision whether to let it go or not. Lambert to serve again. Nobody talking, Bryn and Maddie. I believe that should have been Bryn's ball based on its location. Coach Rachel just telling them they need to call it. 9-6. Bryn's right there. Leah pops it up nice and high. Maddie, good spike towards the back of the court. That's going to be a problem for him. And it is, despite 35's best efforts, she was not able to sprawl fast enough to get there. And Kiki now will get to serve. 10-6. Oh, unfortunately, she pulled back on that hit a little too much, and Lambert gets the point right away. Kiki and Ryan substituting. Sorry, Sahiti and Ryan substituting. And then Sahiti and Saima substituting. I looked too quickly at the numbers and they moved spots, and substitution was different than I expected. pretty excited about how the game is going. We are still up by 3. Number 33 is going to get the serve for Lambert. We need this ball back right here. There's your serve. Bryn's right there, pops it up nice and high. Simon moves it forward. Piper gets up and thankfully gets there in time. Unfortunately, ends up touching the net as she tries to stop in time. Not able to stop herself before hitting the net. Right here, Coach Rachel says. Stop it right here, 10-8. Bryn's right there. Piper pops it up to Ryan. Ryan from her feet almost gets the kill as that almost dropped in right behind everybody. This time, Maddie, quick reaction. Piper, quick reaction. Ryan doesn't need to get there. The ball goes wide, 10-9. Timeout, War Eagles this time. This one is absolutely about get out of your head. There's no doubt in my mind this entire conversation is get out of your head, get back in the game. It's not over yet. It's 10-9. You're still winning. But, like, what is going on out there? All of a sudden, they got quiet. They lost their energy. And most importantly, they stopped talking. It is so important to talk. Who's getting the ball? Call for it. And that's been missing. And that's what cost them really the last 3 points, is the lack of communication. Lambert back out quickly after that timeout, which is not something you want to see. It generally indicates confidence. South taking the full time. A little bit more energy, but I also see a lot more talking on the part of South right now. Let's see if they keep that up. There's your serve. Maddie. Maddie to Simon. Simon moves it to Piper, who you heard call it. That's the communication you need. 33 pops the middle hitter. Piper goes up for the block. Simon tries to get there. Can't quite handle it, and we have a brand new ball game. It is 10-10. Best way to think about this now, folks, is it's 1st to 5, Longhorns serving. A little bit of cheering from the sideline. Leah to Simon, Simon to Piper. Oh, Piper hits it straight into the net, and that gives the Longhorns their first lead of the set, 11-10. 33 on their side, starting to really take it here. Bryn props it to Simon. Simon to kind of the line and Piper, but Piper quickly reacts and sends it over the net. 40's there, but Maddie's right behind her. Simon sets it to Piper. Piper goes for the kill. And they're able to handle that just barely. Sima's there. Piper pops it behind her to Ryan. Ryan with a good back corner hit. Middle hitter this time. Middle hitter pops it. Sima to Bryn. To Ryan. Oh, good effort by Ryan. Not enough, though. Bryn with a one-arm hit moving it forward. And it's now 10-12. This is where the bleeding has to stop. And there it does, as 33 hits it wide. And that will give a chance for South to put some wheels on this. The sideline telling Maddie to serve it up. Bryn, number 17, and Haley, number 20, substituting. Little confusion on the Longhorn side. Maddie serves. Good serve deep in the court. Libero does handle it. Middle hitter's going to take it. And it goes past Maddie, but does land in for a 13th point. Oh, stressful here. My heart is up a little bit. And we have a War Eagles timeout. Coach Rachel taking advantage of a little more downtime, giving their girls a little chance to rest and recover, and really just kind of asking them, why are we losing? Like, why? I don't know if you could tell that on the camera, but that was definitely what she just told them. Right now, they're only down by 2. It's 4 points away from a win, and if they stop it here, we don't even need extra points. Like, it is still right here, right now. That's what we're looking for. Lambert, though, a lot more energy, especially in that timeout, as they were cheering each other on. The crowd clapping for South, trying to give some energy to them. 11 for War Eagles. Longhorns, 13. Nice floater. Leah with the dig. Piper pops it up nice and high. Both 14 and 16 trying to get there. Neither of them really handling it, unfortunately. Here we go again. Piper sends it over the net. This is match point. Fight at the line. The ref makes the call as she lifted it. I mean, it was a good effort to try to send that over. That ends it, 11-15. South fought hard. Unfortunately, losing it here in the third set, 11-15. We'll be back in a few minutes, folks, as game 3 today will be coming here in probably just about 10 minutes, maybe 15. Depends how long warm-up take. Right now, though, South pretty mad at themselves, and you can see it on their faces. Let's hope they calm down a little bit as we prepare for the